Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for watching. This show is all about giving you insights and showcasing brands that help you to live your best life and give you confidence. As always, I want to kickstart your morning with some motivational advice to help you to feel inspired and energized to start your day. Today, I want to talk about the importance of staying in your lane. What does staying in your lane mean? It means having tunnel vision and avoiding comparing yourself to others. With social media, it's easy to constantly compare yourself to someone else. We see celebrities living the life, Instagram models who we aspire to look like, and the list goes on. The truth is, what we see on social media is a facade. It's not real, it's what people want you to see. Oftentimes, the people who post lavish lifestyles are those who are unhappy deep down. When we compare ourselves to others, we take away our personal power. We are all unique, and our timeline on achieving success differs from person to person. I know personally, the moment I stopped comparing myself to others, whether in my field or on social media, was the moment I was able to develop razor-sharp focus, which propelled me forward. As the saying goes, no one is you, and that is your power.
Stay tuned. Coming up after the break.
So many people could really benefit from your company. Let's talk about how you balance it.
Anybody who's looking to elevate their style, I mean, you might already have a good, decent sense of style, or maybe you just maybe you think you don't have any style and you want to get a little more stylish. I think this is a great way to do that.
What does luxury mean to you? Luxury. In India, I discovered that true luxury isn't something you buy off a shelf. True luxury is a feeling that you are the Maharani of your world. And it can be all designed around you. All the beauty is yours. All the music is yours. India showed me that luxury doesn't follow designers and brands. True luxury follows its own heart.
Incredible India.
Next up on the show, we have Asbasia Mikhail, who is the CEO and founder of the Stīl Trust. The Stīl Trust is an easy-to-use online styling service that provides personalized outfits, recommendations based on your personality and needs. Asbasia, thank you so much for being on the show today. You're joining us from LA. How are you doing right now?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me on your show. It's an honor to be a guest on your show, and definitely a privilege. Thank you.
Well, thank you for being with us today. It's great having you. Asbasia, you're the CEO and founder of the Stīl Trust. Let's talk about your company and how it got started. Okay,
well, essentially, I've always been attracted to fashion and looking my best, but about 15 years ago, I was working full time and my kids were just toddlers. My body had changed after childbirth, and so I was having a hard time always trying to look my best and fit into the right outfits. But one day in particular, I was just trying on different things and nothing fit right or looked good. And I thought, gosh, if I only had a personal stylist that I can talk to, but someone in the cloud, wouldn't that be great? I could just call them up and they could just say, hey, do this, do that, or find outfits for me. And I thought to myself, well, gosh, if I'm struggling with this, I wonder how many other people are having the same challenges. And while I knew it was a great idea, I just, at the time, I didn't have the time or the money to invest in a big, business project like that. Mm-hmm. So what happened was the idea. I did talk to a few friends and to see if we can get it off the ground and see what I could do, but I really had no idea about how to start a business. Mm-hmm. Then about 4.5 years ago, I was invited to be part of to be a guest at an entrepreneur workshop. Mm-hmm. And it was specifically for women. Mm-hmm. And the speakers were basically female founders. And I remember sitting there being super inspired by these women and thinking to and after going through the entire workshop and being engaged with different other strong female founders and people who wanted to start their own businesses, I thought to myself, if I don't do this, not only is it going to be a missed opportunity, but I'm going to be hugely disappointed in myself, because I really have a passion for this, and I really know that this is something that there's a vacuum for it. And so I started getting more information. I confided in a colleague of mine, who then introduced me to Olivia Wong, who's now our marketing director, and she's really what helped facilitate and bring my vision to fruition. Mm-hmm. Because I'm still working full time, and so having someone like her to amazing like her, and that's been a huge how this thing went from zero to where it is now. Mm-hmm. So.
Yeah, and you're a perfect example of a working woman who is stylish. So many people could really benefit from your company. Let's talk about how you balance it. I mean, you're a physician by profession as well. You have this company. How do you balance it all and still stay stylish?
Well, thank you. But essentially, I mean, what really helped is that, I did really focus on my family, when they were younger. When I wasn't at home, I was essentially just with them, making sure their homework was all set up and making sure they were all taken care of and fed well, and then doing whatever else needed to be done for the household. So it wasn't until they really became a little more self-sufficient that I could really focus on doing, really focus on this project, actually. And I think finding the right people to work with you is really what helps you move forward. Having a plan and having the right people working with you is what allowed me and is allowing me to still work full time and make this happen.
Yeah, definitely. My favorite saying is teamwork makes the dream work. Without a great team, it just doesn't happen, right? So, right now with COVID-19, having a virtual stylist is actually perfect, because there's people still have Zoom meetings, they still are working, they're still interacting with people online. What would you say to encourage people to kind of change up their style and get an online stylist?
Well, the bottom line is that, the Style Trust is really, we want to be your hub for any style needs that you have. Mm-hmm. And so anybody who's looking to elevate their style, I mean, you might already have a good, decent sense of style, or maybe you just want to, maybe you think you don't have any style and you want to get a little more stylish. I think this is a great way to do that. For people who are already, very, top fashionistas, they have their style put together, but they're just so busy that they don't have any time. This is also a great service for them, because it takes the work out of looking for an outfit, and then shopping for it, whether you do it online or in person. So it's really for anybody who wants to look their best or elevate their style, or who have that ability, who just don't have the time to put into it. Mm-hmm. And we have a diverse group of stylists that you can choose from. And they all specialize in certain looks, but they're capable of styling just about anybody. They're very attentive to the client's needs, and they do a really amazing job at really finding personalized looks for each client. So I'm going to just go into a little bit of how it works, basically. But how it works is that you sign up, and when you sign up, you're asked to fill out a style quiz. And then once you fill out the style quiz, you then book a consult with with a stylist, and you can choose any stylist you want. You book it at a time that's convenient for you. And at the time of the booking, you can let the stylist know what outfits you're looking for. So I'm looking for an interview with Darriel, or I'm going to a wedding, or I have a date night with my partner. So can you please, these are the outfits I'm looking for. And so once you write all that in during your booking, then at the time of your consult, you get a message, either both email and text message, about when your consult, that your consult's about to start. You'll get a reminder 24 hours beforehand. And then your consult starts. You have 15 minutes to speak with your personal stylist. You can do it by video, you can do it by text, or you can do it by phone. We recommend doing it by video because that's a great way for the stylist to connect with you and to really get to know you. I mean, it's one thing reading about a person on paper, but when you see them and talk to them, it's a great way to get to know them. And so once your consult's over, then within 48 hours, you get your 3 outfit recommendations, and each outfit has an item in it, and that item is linked to the vendor. So for instance, you can look at the outfit, and there are 5 items: a dress, accessories, shoes, and the item is linked to the vendor. You can buy it if you want to. You're not obligated to buy anything. We're really offering the service, the personalized service. And let's say that they recommended something that you just don't really care for. You can request a change, and you can say, hey, listen, I don't like this item in this outfit. Can you replace it with something else? And so, and you can do as many items as you want. If you don't like the whole outfit, you're like, I don't like the whole outfit. Can you change the whole thing? Yeah. And so once, then you'll get your second set of recommendations. And once it's you get your second set, your consult is finished. And so that's essentially what a style consult entails.
Yeah. I tried it out. I really enjoyed my virtual stylist and having my whole appointment. I had Rita, and she was extremely nice. What I liked about it was the meeting was like right to the point. She asked me what kind of looks I was looking for. And what I like is that, you also work with pieces you already have. Not everyone wants to go out and buy things. So it's nice that you can work with items that you have. And all of the 3 looks she gave me, I loved, including this one, because I don't usually wear jewelry. And, I told her that I like something more girly and frilly, and she gave me exactly what I was looking for and paired up pieces that I wouldn't normally pair it up with. And she even gave me recommendations on wearing a bold lip and kind of completing the look, which I really liked. How does the Style Trust cater to all body types? Because, some people are not size 0 and they might be scared. They might think that stylists are only for people that are, size 0. Let's talk about how you cater to everyone.
Well, I mean, I'm so glad first of all, I'm so happy that you enjoyed your experience.
I did.
Rita's amazing. They're all amazing. And so it obviously makes me happy to hear that, and hear that as well, but that's wonderful to hear. As far as catering to people's body shapes, I mentioned earlier that when you do sign up, you have to fill out a style quiz. And so on the style quiz, it's very detailed about your body shape, and as far as like the sizes you wear for different items, whether it's a top, a dress, pants, or shoes. So with the style quiz, not only do we work with people's body shape, we work with everybody's budget, with their schedule, and with their taste preferences too. So we try to really hone in on really making this as personalized as possible. And you don't have to feel that you're, if you're a size, if you're a plus size, that we can't help you. Actually, we want to help people who are struggling finding the right things for their body shapes. If you happen to be petite, for instance, I happen to be short-waisted, so I find it difficult finding things that allow me to look like I have a waist. So I mentioned that to the stylist, and they work with me, and they found some amazing things for me too. So, so definitely, this is all about catering to each client and all of their needs from multiple aspects.
Yeah, let's talk about the different stylists that you have available, because I know you can change your stylist, you can pick the stylist you like. So let's talk about the variety.
So we have a diverse group of stylists, and like I said, some of them do specialize in certain looks, and some of them do works with celebrities. They work as costume designers on different shows, so they're used to catering to a variety of people. So while they specialize in certain looks, they can definitely essentially style anybody. And sometimes it takes one or two, a couple times, and your stylist really, maybe they nailed the first couple of outfits, but maybe not the third. But when you get to know your stylist even more, they get to know you better, and they really hone in on, and after that, all the outfit recommendations you get are really like spot on. And if you feel like, hey, you know what, maybe I'd like to try someone else, you can try a different stylist every month if you want. Yeah. So you're not tied down to any one stylist.
Yeah. And let's talk about the different packages that you do have available.
Okay. So the different packages that we have yearly memberships, and we have a seasonal membership, and we're also going to be adding in a la carte service as well. So the yearly memberships are two different kinds, and the first one is basically where you get one style session a month, and that membership is $50 a month. And if you decide that you want 2 style sessions a month, then that's a yearly membership. You get charged monthly, and that's $100 per month. And if let's say you say, you know what, I don't think I'm going to use it every month, but I know 4 times out of the year, I'm probably going to use it, like my birthday and New Year's Eve, and probably a wedding or some function. So I'm pretty sure that I'm going to only use it about 4 times a year. So that's called our seasonal membership, and that's a one-time price of $260 and you can use those sessions anytime during the year. You can use them all up the first month if you want. So, and then we've recently gotten some requests for just a la carte services, and that will also be available too. We haven't put it up on the site just yet, and the price is to be determined, but that will be available very soon.
Yeah, I love that. And even for my session, I had 3 looks that now I can wear in, at any time. And each look was really interesting because, as I said, there were pieces I have, but that I wouldn't pair together. But I really liked it, and I think that it's so great that it's customizable. Let's talk about how style can improve and help one's wellness.
Well, as you know, because I know that you've focused on this in the past, but wellness is comprised of multiple aspects. We know that there's the emotional, physical, intellectual, the social, cultural part, the financial, the occupational, environmental, and creativity. I just wanted to put those all out there because that comprises wellness. Yeah. And so our site addresses many aspects of this wellness wheel. I mean, we address the physical part, the emotional part, the social part, and even the creative part. And it's been proven via evidence-based research that one's appearance plays a crucial role in one's wellness and how they feel about themselves. So I think I did mention this to you before, but speaking of wellness, I did want to mention that
Your book, right?
Well, it's actually just a chapter.
Yeah, it's a chapter in the book, yes.
But the chapter is called Aesthetics in Wellness, and it's actually going to be in a book titled The Handbook of Wellness Medicine, and it's scheduled to be published by Cambridge University Press. I actually believe it's coming out next month, early next month. So, but essentially, in my chapter, I discussed something called ensemble empowerment. And what that means is that the right outfit can essentially allow us to be the best version of ourselves. And when we look good, we feel good. And ultimately, when we look good and feel good, we're fueled with the confidence needed to perform any task we take on. So people may think that that's not the case, but based on research and based on all the evidence that I've seen, especially after writing the chapter, it's amazing how just physical improvement can really enhance your wellness tremendously. So there was one other thing I just wanted to mention. There's an article that I refer to in the chapter that talks about how if you're not wearing the right outfit, how that can actually contribute to your anxiety. Yeah. And so basically, if you're not wearing comfortable clothes, if you're not wearing clothes that fit you right or fit your body shape, you're wearing clothes because it makes somebody else feels good, some other people feel better, but it doesn't make you feel good, all that can contribute to your anxiety. So at the Style Trust, we want to take that anxiety of figuring out what to wear away and help you to, essentially enhance your wellness by allowing you to look and feel your best and be the best version of you.
Yeah, I can totally attest to that, because for me, most of my job, I'm on red carpets. Before this COVID situation, I'm usually on red carpets interviewing celebrities, and I've had a lot of sponsors and companies dress me. And there's been times I'm not comfortable in my outfit, and you can tell when I'm doing an interview that I'm not comfortable. But on the other hand, when you have an outfit that you look good, you feel good, and just even if you just like it and no one else likes it, doesn't even matter. As long as you feel comfortable in it, you feel like you can take over the world. So that's why I think your platform is so great. It's really helping women. And speaking of helping women, I know that you have a passion for making people feel good. You're a physician, now you're the CEO of the Style Trust. Let's talk about that and your passion for this.
Well, I truly get a lot of joy out of making people feel better. Now, I obviously, when I know that somebody's feeling better, they're not feeling sick anymore, and that was a contributing factor into their feeling better, that to me, there's no greater joy. But I also realize that when I help people feel better about themselves in this physical sense, that also brings me joy too. It also brings me joy to know that I'm helping them be the best they can be. So making them better physically is just one aspect of allowing them to also enjoy who they are and to feel better about themselves and feel good about themselves. So it's actually just a sort of like a continuum of what I'm doing in the emergency department. So I'm helping to make people better physically, but now I'm hopefully contributing to their wellness by helping them feel better about themselves by dressing them the way, in a fashion that makes them feel good about themselves.
Yeah. And how has style kind of helped improve your life? Because of course you're busy, you're a physician, and you're balancing it both as an entrepreneur and a physician. How have you managed to, make time to continue to be fashionable?
Well, that's very kind, but I think part of the way that I've been able to manage is because I have been an avid online shopper. I just don't have the time to go into stores and to, try things on. And there's just, that's that extra 2 or 3 hours that I just don't have even in a week. But lately, just in the last several years, now, all the online stores that are available, there's just so many, and there's so many choices to choose from. And I found myself actually spending a lot of time going through just online shops trying to figure out what to wear. And so that's where the Style Trust comes in. And I actually, I'm a member of the Style Trust, and they have, I have gotten to meet all the stylists and try each one out. They're all amazing, but really that's now how I've been keeping up, because otherwise it'd be really difficult otherwise.
Yeah, well, it's definitely working. I always like to ask all the entrepreneurs on my show one failure they've experienced, because I like to inspire other entrepreneurs, and obviously failure is a part of entrepreneurship. So let's talk about one failure that you've experienced as an entrepreneur and how you overcame it.
Yeah, so I think the one thing that if I had to go back and change is that I would have started much sooner. I wouldn't have waited so long. I wouldn't have let my fears take over not being able to start this. I would have taken courses on how to start a business. I would have started saving, putting money aside. If I knew this was a really good idea and it was going to take a few years to get off the ground, I would have started putting money on this, just saving some money on the side and sort of lining up, having a financial plan as I move forward. Fortunately, I've learned a lot in the last 2-3 years. And it's kind of like learning the hard way and kind of reinventing the wheel. And I would have probably sought more help and taken more courses. So that, I think that's the one big thing that I would have done differently. And I would tell people, if you have a great idea and there's an obvious vacuum for it and there's an obvious need for it out there, really go and work with, talk to somebody, find a business attorney who can help, kind of help you set your business plan together and maybe help you start a corporation from the get-go. Because, ideas come and somebody will eventually do it.
Yeah.
And so if you don't do it, somebody else is going to do it. And that's essentially what I told myself 4 years ago.
Yeah. Well, congratulations. This is a great platform. And again, I told you this before, you're a frontline worker, which I really applaud you for, especially right now. Everyone needs people like you in the world, and congratulations on all your success. Let's just talk about, before we disconnect, let's talk about where can people connect with Stīl Trust on social media as well as try your services online?
Okay, so very simple. We do have our website, web app that's already up. It's called thestyltrust.com, and Stīl is spelled S-T-I-L. So it's the S-T-I-L trust.com, one word. And so you can automatically connect to our website and check it out. You can follow us on Facebook at the Stīl Trust, again spelled S-T-I-L. Or you can follow us on Instagram, which is at the Stīl Trust, or we even have an account on Pinterest that you can follow as well. I wanted to let you know that for your viewers, Darriel, we have a special discount code that your viewers can use. It's Darriel10, your name, with number 10 after that people can take advantage of. If they wanted to get a membership, they'll get 10% off their membership. And I wanted to also mention one more thing that I forgot to mention. If you feel like the Stīl Trust is probably not for you, but someone who might benefit from it, we do also have gift cards available that they can purchase for their loved ones. So that's also available on the website when they sign up.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much again for being on the show today. And come on back anytime.
Thank you so much, Darriel. This was definitely a joy and a pleasure to meet you. I'm very inspired by you as well. And I think your postings and your very inspiring comments, and I think that's what we need more of in this world. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Tag TV is available on Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Apple and Android TVs, as well as on Apple and Android phones. Watch us live through YouTube and Facebook.